What is going on, guys? Got quads this morning. Starting off with leg extensions. Same theme as the rest of this week has been, where I'm doing a deload, dialing back the weight, dialing back the reps. Already 2 sets in. Now, like last week, I think it was last week, maybe the week before. I started doing 3 warm-up sets on this, 3 working sets, because I'm doing much lighter weight this week, especially on this machine. Decided I only needed really 2 warm-up sets because by the time I would have gotten to a third one, it already would have been pretty close to what my working set weight is going to be for this week. So decided to dial that the warm-up sets back by one, only 2 warm-up sets, 3 working sets. I'm already 2 working sets in, and like getting to 10 reps hasn't been too bad. Where I definitely feel like I could push past another couple of reps, past that point, but I'm cutting them short at 10. So getting ready to knock out this last set. Should probably be another 10 reps or so. That was a good set. Another 10 reps in. Guys, I gotta be honest, I'm not feeling it this morning. Just feeling tired, feeling exhausted, feeling sore. For some reason, my phone did not charge last night after I plugged it in. So just starting off to a great morning. Last night, decided to mess around with one of my cars. Should have been an easy, quick, simple little project. Ended up turning into like a couple hour long thing where I'm like, laying underneath this thing in just all kinds of awkward and weird positions. And I'm feeling it today. I will say though, I don't know if it's because of the combination of the cardio and got a ton of steps yesterday for work. And then, messed around with the car for a little bit yesterday. But stepped on the scale this morning and I finally dropped under 190. It was 188 even. So I was pretty hyped to see that. Though I am pretty sure that it's all water weight from me. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking anyways. So I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow morning looks like and see if it's any different, and then I'll know for sure. One set on hack squats so far, and I actually did like a warm-up set. I guess I considered it a warm-up set because I wasn't sure where I was going to need the weight for my working sets on these. So start off a little bit light just to try and, get a feel for it and gauge of what loads I can handle for the set number of reps that I'm trying to hit. And again, like everything else this week, I'm not trying to push everything or not trying to push any of my sets really close to failure. Just trying to keep a couple, reps in reserves, reps in the tank, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. So these typically anyways are like my lower working sets. So I'll typically do reps anywhere between 6 and 10. So like on the lower end of the reps. But these sets, I'm gonna be trying to push, or I'll be pushing each one to around 10 reps with a couple reps left. Dialing the weight back, more than or less than I would usually do. Probably about the 90, maybe a little over 100 pounds less than I would normally do on these. So 10 reps should be no problem. Yeah, 10 reps fairly easily. You'll notice I did slow the tempo of those reps quite a bit compared to how I usually would do them. Got one more set to go, and we're kind of moving along through this workout. Do feel like I got to catch my breath a little bit because even though it's lighter weight, do still feel like I'm working for those reps. Yeah, cruising right along through this workout. One more set to go on this, and then should just be 2 more leg movements. This is going to be the last set for these. I was almost thinking about incorporating some kind of leg press movement in on one of my leg days, either my quad or my hamstring day. Haven't decided which one. 2, haven't decided if I really want to do that. Another solid set. It's gonna wrap up hack squats. Next up, I think, is hips. 2 sets of hips, finished off with 3 sets of calves. I apologize how loud it's gonna be over here because I got the speaker right over top of my head. Moving into hips, first set already done. This exercise I'm doing slightly different than I guess typically any of the other workouts I've done so far, where most of them have been taken to 10 reps with a couple of reps left. These, because I typically tend to do 10 or 12 reps anyways, I'm taking these sets to 12 reps with at least, 2 or 3 or more even reps left in reserve that, I could have cranked out at a given, lower weight that I set it to. And by lower weight, I mean like using more or less weight than I would typically do my working sets for any other week other than this one. I also wanted to be a bit careful this week too, because I loaded up a lot of weight last week, and I felt like almost like a twinge through the inside of my hip, like my groin area, into my glute, which didn't feel that great. Obviously, it didn't turn into anything, but I don't want to, chance that again. So I'll definitely be watching myself on the amount of weight that I throw on here. Good. 12 reps. Definitely could have done at least 3 more, if not more reps. So that's ideally I want my steps to be for this, where I'm getting nowhere near close to failure. Finishing up is going to be some calf raises on the leg press, because for quite some time now they got rid of the standing calf raise machine that they used to have at the old location. They must have just gotten rid of it because it disappeared. It's never showed back up, and there is no other option for calves except for that leg press machine, which I don't mind. That thing works great. I always feel a good stretch and a really good contraction in my calves whenever I do it. It's nice to have options. So I forgot that another reason why this workout feels like it's moving a little bit quicker is because I'm not resting as long in between my sets. Obviously, because I'm not pushing myself as close to or all the way to failure like I normally would. Doesn't require, or I don't require, as much rest time in between my sets. Don't know how I forgot that, but I did. It just, like I said at the beginning of this video, waking up this morning, coming here. Well, first off, I was even considering like, hey, do I want to maybe take a rest day to, get myself back on track? Because I was not feeling it this morning. Woke up feeling very sore, very fatigued. Still decided to show up, come get it anyways. And I will say, some of those days where I don't feel like coming, like don't feel like going and doing my workout, and the days that I force myself to do it, which I rarely take unplanned rest days, but the days where I feel like that and I force myself to go, those majority of the time are some of the best workouts that I have, in my opinion. I don't know if it's because I'm like, saying, hey, fuck it, I'm already here, let's put in the work, let's get it done, or what, but yeah, those ones end up being pretty good. And I always feel better, especially like, I don't know if subconsciously would be the right word to use there, but it's like basically forcing yourself to do something that you're uncomfortable with or really don't want to do. I forget what the hell they call it, but it's like triggers like some section of the brain or something like that. Don't quote me. Do your own research. But I want to say that's something that I've heard where doing things that you don't want to do, it does trigger something in the brain that is almost, I want to say, like a reward system or something. I don't know. Look into it if you really want to. But that's all I got to say about that. Gonna do this last set on calves. Even dropping the weight back does feel a little bit heavier for the set number of reps that I want, or that I'm going for, as I was intending it to. Go. And those kind of similar to the hips, where I already typically do on my working sets a higher number of reps. So I'm going for a higher number of reps, if that makes sense. 22nd. We're just cruising through May. And I mean, as of after next weekend, we'll already be halfway through 2026. This year so far is just flying by. It's crazy. My birthday is now officially in less than a month. Exciting stuff to think about. Another year older, another year wiser, hopefully. Yeah, exciting stuff. We're gonna go check out the pump real quick. I think it's there. You can let me know down below if it's there. And yeah, finish up with some cardio. So just gonna check out pump real quick, the quads. Tell you what, there is one thing I do wish, like the lighting in here is good. It could be better in some areas. I'll say that. So I kind of can't wait till they do finally get the posing room set up, because I'm sure the lighting in there will be, just perfect. But yeah, I mean, if the lighting was a little bit better over here, I'd probably be able to see it. Like, I could still kind of see the bit of separation in the heads of the quads, but if I get the right angle and the right shadows, you can see it. I think if the lighting was better over here, that would be better too. But not a bad little pumped for taking things a little bit easier, a little bit lighter today. That's going to be, I think, a wrap on this one. Go finish up with at least 30 minutes of cardio, get out of here, go home, make some breakfast. As always, you made it to the end. I appreciate you. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.